Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Shad and I'm here with another not Nuggets focused video today. You saw the title. Today I want to look at the most improved candidates that I think will have the strongest chance at winning the award next year. Stop. You've been flying in my room all day. Just a morning announcement before we get into the actual content. I will be doing a Q&A video at 2,000 subscribers. If you go down in the description, you'll see all my social links. You can either DM me, you can drop a comment and ask a question, or if you go on Twitter, you can use the hashtag #AskDropStep, and I will just look at it when the time comes to watch the video, and should be fun. So throw any questions. There's no holds barred. Have fun. Otherwise, let's get into this video. For our first candidate, I wanted to start off pretty strong. I think this is a guy that a lot more people are becoming aware of, and I think a lot of people are placing really high on their MIP list as well, which is Tyrese Haliburton. By far and away the first player I thought of, and I'm almost at the point where I want to call it the Tyrese Haliburton award for next year because I do think it is his to lose. Last year, he was splitting time with De'Aaron Fox, and then when he was out, we saw the full potential of what he could be. He was having 12 assist games, 15 assist games. He was really efficient from three. He shot 41% from behind the line last year, and he's a traditionally modern point guard, if that makes sense. So he has that perfect mix of being able to light it up from outside while also being an not elite, but a really good playmaker and a really good facilitator for his squad. This will be his first full year without any trade rumors, his first full year without someone else trying to take the ball away from him because De'Aaron Fox is a very ball-dominant guard, which was taking away a little bit of opportunity from Tyrese. So now when he's with the Pacers, he's with Miles Turner, he's with Buddy Hield, whatever they decide to do with them. He's also with another rising up-and-comer in Chris Duarte. He's got Isaiah Jackson off the bench. He has a lot of options around him that are going to help him inflate his own stats. And I just love him as a player, right? And this is a point that I've been mentioning on the channel before. And if you haven't caught on, you're either new or you just don't listen to me, which breaks my heart. I am really in love with playmakers. I'm really in love with floor generals and really good passers. Tyrese Haliburton is one of them. Last year, I believe he averaged 15 and 8. Next year, I see him heading up toward that 17, 18, 19 point per game range, and I think he's gonna get above 10 assists. I think that's a done deal at this point. And he's shown so many flashes, and on the screen right now, you're gonna see some of his highest scoring games from last year, or just his best games in general, but this guy is someone that captured my heart instantly. I really do think this is Tyrese's award to lose, but that is just my number one because we got a few other names to talk about. Now, we're going to move on to a guy that is a bit more scoring oriented, and I did have to put on my Homer hat for this one. Not Homer Simpson. I'm talking about my Homer status with the Denver Nuggets. Bones Highland is the second name on this list. I think Bones Highland last year showed so much promise. Started bad, ended strong. Last season, averaging 10, 2 and 2 on 40, 36, and 85 splits. And this was all in less than 20 minutes a night, by the way. And I looked up on NBA.com to see the players that were averaging 10 points while also playing less than 20 minutes. And there were three names. One of them was, I believe, Terrence Davis for the Kings. And then there was, I think it was Brandon Clark. But Bones, man, he is such a high volume scorer. Like, he took 5 threes a game last year as a rookie in less than 20 minutes a night. It's all a good indicator of, I think, what he could be. Now, I'm gonna be a stat nerd for a second, which is the bad rep that a lot of Jokic fans get, and Jokic super fans in particular get. His per 36 numbers from last year: 19, 5, and 5. I think, obviously, with the re-addition of Jamal Murray and MPJ, some of those scoring opportunities might be taken away, but if you really think about it, he's going to be playing with the second unit. So he's going to be playing with a DeAndre Jordan who cannot create his own shot. So it's going to be a lot of pick and roll. That's the assist right there. He's going to be going up against other second units in the league and in our division. And I really like his odds at that. I really like the strengths that he has as a player going up against non-starters. The Nuggets went out this offseason and got guys that really didn't need the ball in their hands. They got Christian Brown, KCP, Bruce Brown. None of those guys are ball dominant players, and at least 2 of them will be coming off of the bench. So pairing those guys plus a big man who, for as much slack as we give DeAndre Jordan, is still fairly athletic. He's still tall. I mean, he's got hands. Like, he will be serviceable in some aspect, right? And I think that's going to be feeding Bones Highland some assists when he gets to the rim. Now, let's move on to the last guy that I gave real consideration to in terms of actually writing notes for, and that is Malik Monk. I do think that his just under 14 point per game average last season is going to be bumped up to around 19 or 20, because if you're not aware of this already, he is no longer with the Lakers. He's no longer underneath the bright lights of the Staples Center or the Crypto.com arena. He's no longer third fiddle behind LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and all those other guys. He's going to be playing with a center, at least, that knows how to pass the ball, someone who is a willing passer in Domantas Sabonis. And he's going to be playing with De'Aaron Fox, who's his man's from Kentucky. And they really gelled well in college. Like, those boys were phenomenal, especially in the tournament, right? If you just look at everything and look at his situation now and going to the Kings where there's minimal pressure, they're trying to make a play-in push, but I think he is someone that can help that, so he won't be doing or producing empty stats. I think his 19 to 20 points a game that I think he can get to this season are going to be very crucial for the Kings. Coupling his own numbers increase with what I think is going to be an increase in Kings wins, you have a good recipe for most improved. But that's the three that I think are going to head up the award. There are obviously so many different young guys in this league that have so much talent. The first three on my honorable mentions: Josh Giddey, Jalen Green, Miles Turner. He's getting a full year of Tyrese. Coming back off of injury, he's still a really good stretch big. He's really good defensively in the paint. And like I mentioned, for Tyrese Haliburton reasons, he's going to have a lot more opportunities to get the ball because Tyrese is someone who passes first. He's a pass-first point guard, which is my favorite. And I think Miles Turner is really going to benefit from that. Him and Isaiah Jackson. I know I've talked about them before, but I feel really good about this Pacers team. But that's beside the point. Jalen Green, 17 points a game last year, I believe. I think he can get about 21, 22. He's going to be sharing this ball a lot with Jabari Smith at this point because they did trade away Christian Wood, who was taking those second option points away. I don't think KPJ is going to be the second leading scorer. I think it's going to be Jalen Green and Jabari Smith at the top. And I think Jalen Green is going to make the leap. We saw, similar to Bones Highland, right? He was getting a lot of slack for playing very, very bad in the beginning of the season. And then as the season went on, especially in the last month or so, I believe, of the season, Mans was killing it. You'll see it on the screen now, but he was really popping off. And I really liked the progression that he was showing. I like him as a scorer. I like him as an offensive threat. He's really athletic. He knows how to handle the ball. He knows how to get his own shot. I'm confident in his ability to get better. And then the last guy, Josh Giddey, just looking at the Thunder and how unserious they are as title contenders, which is not a knock on them. They're obviously a rebuilding team that needs to take a couple years. But the fact that they are out of serious contention means that they get to play with a little bit more freedom and that they have been focusing on the development of these young guys. And I think Josh Giddey, who put on muscle in the offseason, who looked a lot more comfortable attacking the basket in Summer League, he's going to have a new option in Chet Holmgren, who has shown that he is capable of popping out to the three. He is capable of rolling to the paint. Pairing Josh, who is a facilitating shooting guard, borderline point guard, with a 7-foot option who knows how to work around the ball as well, who knows how to work in so many different situations, I think it's going to bode well for him. I really do. But that's it for this video. I didn't want it to be super duper long, but let me know what you think about my list, first of all, and who you think is going to be the MIP for next year. Again, Q&A video at 2,000 subs. Drop a comment, go follow all the social links in my description. Ask me a question there. I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.